Still looking to earn your invite for the free Players Championship? Visit ppgeventmanagement.com to learn about the different qualifiers available. From one-day events to play-on-your-own schedule events, all events offer a buyback or cash option along with a 100% credit option redeemable towards any future pre-order at competitive prices. Grinding and getting paid to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never been easier. Play with the most professional worldwide tournament series today and join the online community. Come join us on Discord for assistance, info, and even discussions about future events.
Welcome back to round 4 of the PPG Players Championship Season 2 finale. We are here with 2 of our undefeateds. We have Saffron Rahman on Unchained in the blue as they mirror our player in red who is on Dino's player by activating Pot of Extravagance. And I am Jacob, also known as Mambo from Team Mambo, joined today by Stevie Blunder. And is Extravagance, it's not usually standard in Unchained, is it?
No, it's actually very common because most of the Unchained cards, you're not really going into anything except maybe the blue dog, Unchained Soul of Rage. That's like the only one you're really going to be going into consistently, and everything's like a multiple in your extra deck because like maybe you run like 1 Trisbania and 1 Topologic Bomber, but outside of that you're running like 3 dog, 3 dog, 3 red dog, 3 purple dog. Yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Clifford and Co. tearing it up right now. And we saw the early stages of the play here, and Animador and Archosaur was met by an Effect Veiler, which prompted a Linkuriboh set 1 pass. So unfortunately, the heavy consistency that Dino does have through things such as Fossil Dig and Soul Eating Overraptor just did not come through in this case.
Yeah, it's really rough. Haha, dogs. Anyways, the escape of Unchained is going to be popped by the Aruha. All the Unchained spells and traps share the same effect when they're popped. If the set card is popped by a card effect, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. This, I believe, is going to be grabbing the dog. Yep, there it is. This dog is the biggest Garnet in the universe because, yeah. Allows you to link summon using your opponent's cards, but I believe this is actually OTK if the dinosaur player doesn't have anything.
Yeah, it looks like they drew everything they need. All of the interaction they need to steal away this Linkuriboh to get it out of the way, and all the Unchained Twins to generate a bunch of advantage and just a bunch of extenders from the deck.
Yeah, Disaster, Unchained Soul of Disaster is going to be linking off with Linkuriboh into Unchained Soul of Rage. And then after attacking with Aruha, he could just pop it with Rakea to add the Abominable Unchained Soul, which is a 3k beater. And since this is all going to be during the battle phase, just under 5 summons, this should be game.
Yeah, it looks like. The Phantasme, we've seen that card coming up a bit today, and it looks like it really paid off here to dig into the deck and find all of the Unchained cards they needed here. The Abomination's Prison in particular, we talked about how Fossil Dig, our Dino player, missed it, but the Abomination's Prison is essentially the same thing for Unchained, but a little bit better, assuming you can hit the Sarama, which can set 1 from the graveyard, and then after that, pop 1 on the field as well.
Yeah, all the Unchained cards are just so incredibly powerful. They're just but the thing is with such power, it comes with a level of investment because they have a very powerful turn 2 and like turn 3, but like anything beyond that, their grind game just falls off a cliff. In all honesty,
yeah, it's one of those weird decks where it's sort of on the cusp of viability, like tiered play, but there have been some very dedicated pilots. Saffron in particular has got their invite to this Players Championship, this being an invite-only event, playing the Unchained deck to an impressive top 8 at, I believe, was the biggest of the free weeklies, over 250 players. And Distant Coder is also a good example of someone who really believes in the deck and has piloted to great success on the Dueling Book ladder. And it's one of those decks that a lot of people would say is a little bit too fair, the way it interacts only within its own archetype and has a lot of those restrictions, but extremely powerful when in the hands of the right pilot.
Yeah, definitely. It does. It has like a lot of niche interactions. It has a lot of It honestly has a lot of varied levels of like ways it can build its it can build the deck, because you can put in like tour guides, you can put in like burning abysses, BAs, you can put in you can also put in like the dark spirits from
Oh yeah.
legendary duelist the evil set.
The bad guy set.
The one of like Bakura and the Supreme King, where he killed all of his friends to make Super Poly.
Hey man, gotta do what you gotta do.
Looking like we're seeing a classic opening for the Dino player. Lost World plus Overraptor. This is everything you could ever want in a board.
A much better start than we saw last time, as they're now going to last turn passing on Link Rebo and a set 1, and now seeing the full power of the Dino deck as Overraptor Lost World is open here. If they do, they did add the Miscellaneous Saurus, so if they do have a baby in hand, then this is pretty much full combo, depending on exactly which variant of Dino this is. The more common one has been the one that aims to end on the Samor Bird of Destiny, summoning the barrier statue of the Stormwinds, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is an extravagance build, so I am questioning whether or not he is even running that build. But usually, even if he's not running the barrier statue build, like we said earlier, he could just as easily be running some a very powerful main deck slash very simple side deck, extra deck board. I mean, with maybe like an Evolzars, maybe end on a True King of all calamities with like a UCT. That's honestly more than enough to get you there.
Absolutely. It's funny to see. We've seen so many advancements in decks, particularly a deck like Dino that has a lot of the options available to it. For instance, Overraptor and Mist, if that all is in a perfect world where everything resolves, that's a 1-card Hulk, which gives you all sorts of options from there. Of course, this being a tournament where Hulk is banned, but the point being that all of the advancements that the Dino deck has seen, and it seems like even in that format, the deck has sort of been simplified to just end on that very powerful board of Dolka, Samorg, Stormwind, and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
Hey man, in a world where everything resolves, Overraptor in itself is FTK.
True, is it not?
Yeah, it's a one card Hulk of Fibrex.
That it is.
But yeah, this is looking to be turning out quite well for the Dino player. Gonna bring out the second Miscellaneous Sword. It's actually quite interesting. I might have like, I would have maybe gone for like the Abyss Dweller, or I mean the Giant Rex. Maybe detach the Giant Rex.
That makes a lot of sense for sure. Yeah, unfortunately the baby they had in hand was Petite Pteranodon, which can only summon a level higher dinosaur monster, the opposite of what baby Sarasaurus can do. So not quite able to open up the full potential of the deck in a way. They did already use the Overraptor effect, I suppose, so they would have been able to do that whole extension of Overraptor, pop baby, get baby, and then continue from there. But looks like they're still going to have a very powerful end board.
Yeah, this is still definitely a very doable hand to make something with for dinosaurs. Like at least a UCT and maybe an Evolzar negate. And
Yeah.
It looks like that's what we might be seeing, unless it's an IP masquerade. No, can't be. Oh, Reproducus. Oh, I guess it is the Simorg build.
Yeah, we'll probably looking to now use the Miscellaneous Saurus to summon the Giant Rex from deck, and then that can give you access to. You can then link the Reproducus and the Giant Rex into the Samorg link after Reproducus' effect turns them into Wing Beasts, and then you can use the double evolution pill to summon out your UCT, banishing Link Rebo and Giant Rex, and then you can make your Dolka after the Giant Rex comes back, and hopefully you're just going to dodge a Nibiru here, although the Nibiru wouldn't be too devastating thanks to the Miscellaneous Saurus applying its continuous effect.
Yeah, but if a Nibiru does come down, he won't be able to get the barrier statue, which is something to keep in mind.
True.
But
Has the raw UCT here, so I wonder if they play an Overtext Codals and they can really end on something crazy. Dolka, Codals, Ultimate Conductor, and Barrier Statue.
Little you know, Quatless does have text. It
Funnily
doesn't
enough.
just it doesn't just say add one pill to hand. What foolish.
And at this point, Nibiru will do nothing. Dolka. It's crazy to see how Dolka remains relevant 9 years later, because a lot of people forget, as most cards are not printed this way anymore, Dolka can go on chain with itself, or can go on chain if you respond to it with another effect.
No limits on that negation.
Mm-hmm.
It can technically negate itself, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, it looks like the Pankratops interesting. Pankratops is a bit suspect in my opinion. Is like the destruction effect on like a monster with a pop effect against Unchained of all decks might be a bit problematic, but
Interesting, they didn't put the barrier statue underneath the Simorgh link. So now, obviously, impermanence is not a big deal here, but that is still just blanket targeting protection that you're up.
Oh, hello.
Never mind, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Saffron puts a smiley face in chat. I think everybody feels that in their soul right now.
I think what Saffron was actually not Saffron. Evil Mermails is actually doing is playing around Mech Knights with the barrier statue.
Sure.
Alright. Looks like we're seeing a Sarama come down, but no Unchained cards in grave. Unless he's got like a prison in hand, this is going to be kind of rough. Or maybe a Rakea and a trap card.
Nothing.
Unfortunate. Looks like we're just going to be going to the battle phase. Oh, he's going to be crashing Sarama. That's the China 2 classic.
Lost World is still on, so both the Sarama and the Dolka are losing 500 attack points, but Sarama's effect will trigger here as it's destroyed by battle.
Very nice. That's why I did it. Unchained Soul is incredibly powerful, to be honest, for just what it does. Discard a card, pop a card, 3k body. That's all you really need.
That will take care of a decent chunk of the board. Now, Lost World actually is coming up pretty clutch here, as it just takes away the threshold of being out the Pankratops, though the Pankratops is not a particularly huge issue in this case, since even if the Pankratops does decide to target and destroy one of the Unchained cards, that's usually a misplay.
Yeah. He could still just as easily maybe go into a Unchained Soul of Anguish, and then go link off either the Simorgh or like a UCT after like picking apart his opponent's board into an Unchained Soul of Rage. Or not Unchained Soul of Rage, Unchained Abomination. Like during the end phase, maybe just pop something, leave the barrier statue of the Stormwinds up, and just try to lock his opponent out.
Yeah, at this point, you've denied. There are no miscellaneous sources available. Both were banished last turn in order to set up this entire board. If you can break this board, you win the game. Dinos, I mean, don't get me wrong. You got, you can just draw Overraptor and then just go round 2 here, but this would be a very good position.
Yeah, even if they have the Overraptor in hand, like what are they really going to be able to add? Maybe like Baby Sarah. Yeah, actually, Baby Sarah's pretty good, actually.
The thing is, though, is they would have Dinos in graveyard, assuming that we lose the Dolka and lose the Pankratops and so on and so forth here. So they would be able to try and use the Overraptor's effect to then extend from there. They're going to remove the Pankratops with the Unchained Soul, and they're asking if it could resolve. It cannot, as the effects resolve where they are activated. So if the Pankratops was activated as it was activated on field, it would have to resolve as if it was on field. Therefore, Dark Ruler's continuous negation would still apply.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like just going to be grabbing the Sarama. Probably going to be trying to set the Abominable Chamber. If he does have Rakea in hand, that's going to be really good for him. And yeah, looks like he's managed to crack the board.
Chewed through it very efficiently, yes.
Yeah, one link off with oh yeah, this is definitely this is a full board clear.
Yeah.
Because Sarama sets Abominable Chamber, Rakea pops Chamber, Rakea will grab Dog link off Simorgh into Unchained Abomination, and Abomination end phase pop Tyranno.
Yeah, Sarama really similar to how Multi-Faker really tied the deck together, kind of gave it that one extra card to really bring the deck into relevance. Sarama has just been an amazing tool for the deck.
And the Dog coming out. Did you know that Dog can gain attack points for some reason? Interesting.
Yes, apparently it can, yeah.
I will never understand why. Yeah, looking like Rage and Sinwarg. Does it have to be? Yeah, it has to be on your opponent's. It has to be on your opponent's turn. But
Yeah, similar to IP Masquerena in that way.
But it should be fine. You could just Unchained Soul of Rage into like once your opponent tries another play, just go into Abomination. Abomination should just put a cap in anything your opponent's trying to do.
Absolutely. And again, Dino really up against it. They do have a handful of top decks that could be quite good, but Overraptor, it's pretty much Overraptor or bust, and then even then the Overraptor is probably not staying around long enough to try and do anything significant.
Yeah, Petite Pteranodon is definitely not going to do it. All you
Lost
really
World
have to...
go on Chain Link 1 here.
Ooh, Escape is really nice right now. Escape's going to be popping that Lost World, and Rage can honestly just link off with Petite Pteranodon so that he can't get any pops with it. Yeah, Evil Mermail seeing the writing on the wall. Gonna take the 0-2 loss, unfortunately.
Still looking to earn your invite for
Hey everyone! If you're enjoying the coverage of the Pro Play Tour online series, just remember, you can play in one yourself. Every Thursday you can enter our free weekly 64-player tournament with invites to the entire Top Cut. Every Saturday is our weekend championship, where you can enter a YCS-type event with 100% payout and even a cash payout option. The more players, the bigger the prizes. Can't commit time to play in our one-day events? We also host multiple 8-man pods daily, ready to fire on demand on your own schedule. All these events award invites to our free invite-only Players Championship with prizes supplied by our sponsors. For more information, visit ppgeventmanagement.com and come play with the pros.